So is that door above me open?
No, it's closed. You could choose to go towards the east, or you could choose to open the door, or attempt to open the door. I mean,
Yes. So, I mean, before we kind of, well, I guess Iron's first in, but as soon as he pulls me in, I'm kind of just looking around the room itself. I don't know how much is it well lit. I mean, with the hole in the wall.
no. I mean, it's dark, and at this
Yeah.
point, that's a very valid point. That at this point, if you guys want to proceed deeper, you should consider a light source of some point.
Okay. Actually, that'd be really cool if this table had the ability to add, what is revealed and then what is lit. That would be.
Well, I can tell
You can
you
put an
what
area
is
of
lit
effect.
and what is
Yeah.
not, because what is not lit is not revealed,
Okay.
right?
Okay. I mean, but before we go lighting torches or anything of the sort, I'm just sort of gonna look around the room, attempt to get my bearings. Like, is this just a bare room, rubble on the floor, nothing of interest, or is it just?
Hold on one sec. Ironlung, are you streaming?
Yeah, the chat said we should have Leroyed the undead titan, dude.
Oh, okay. So I saw Krishna ask that, and Ironlung, you saw the answer to that. I wasn't sure if Krishna asked that to me privately or not. I responded to him instead. Okay, yeah, I mean, up to this point, you guys, I mean, there's still some moonlight coming in from where you've entered, but if you feel like going deeper, I mean, it would definitely be,
May I remind
logical
us
to light a light
that
source.
may I remind you guys that we, placed our horses at the entrance to this place. We don't know how much time we have. We need to start moving fast.
Sure.
I draw my sword at that. Because it might be game time,
Yeah, I'm gonna open my pack and pull out. I assume so. In the adventurer's pack, I assume that there's some sort of means to light a light source.
There is. There's a, I think in the adventurer's pack, there's a. Ironlung, do you remember the name of it? It's like it's a rod or
It's like
something.
a light rod or something?
Light
Yeah, let me
rod,
check.
yeah.
I think it's
No,
actually
exactly.
Traveler's Pack, but I'll check.
The traveler pack.
Let's see. What
It's
do
a
I-
light
I-
rod, and it's like a serious illumination situation. It's beyond a torch. I wish I
Okay.
did more research into this place, because it's like if you light one of these things, you're
Let's see here.
no messing around. It's like you got like 50 feet of illumination. Like,
And is that like a one-time? Is that like a glow stick, like a one-time?
yeah,
use, or
no,
is
you're
that,
right. It has a time. It has
Okay.
it has a time use, but I'm sure you won't need more than one for a few hours.
Okay.
Let's see.
So I mean,
Sunrod. That's what it's
Standard,
called.
yeah,
I'm just-
standard adventurer's kit.
Okay, and I think that's what I have. So
Steel, pouch rations, rope, sunrods, and a water skin.
Sunrods. How many sunrods do you get?
You get two
You get
each.
two. Okay, so if somebody cracks one sunrod, I'm sure you're good to go. Yeah.
okay, I'm just going to
I'm gonna
note
say
my
Vengar has reached in and cracked a sunrod.
yeah,
Okay.
and so I'm holding shield on my back at this, or shield to my side on this point, kind of hanging down, sword in one hand, unsheathed, sunrod in the other hand,
Right.
and kind of just peering around the room to see if I see anything now that it's well illuminated.
Sure. Again, as you crack your sunrod, you definitely get almost a day's worth of light in the room. You can pick out every individual detail, but there's nothing that jumps out at anybody as to details that need to be paid attention to. It's an empty room.
Okay.
This is again a sort of abandoned keep with no discernible details.
I think I may have just lagged
Yeah.
out. I'm back in.
What did you say? I heard you, Krishna, when you said there.
I think I just lagged out though.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having the light source, I'm kind of taking it on myself to be the first
Sure.
through a doorway. So
Yeah.
I kind of move up
You walk through the door.
towards this doorway here, and walk right into the threshold and look back and forth down the hallway, shining the sunrod down and seeing if basically just illuminating whatever's on either end.
Well, I mean, that's what you see. From what I can see from... Well, actually, let me just... bam. From what I see, that seems an accurate depiction of what you can see. I mean, you look down the halls. There's a door directly in front of you. There's doors off to the distant north. And the hallway continues on and branches off to the east.
Okay. So wanting to be incredibly cautious, I take a step back, kind of tell the group, there's 5 or 6 entrances, nothing of discernible use, and I close the door.
You can close the door if you want, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then walk over to this door here, and is it like a just handle, like doorknob?
Yeah, it's a standard wooden door. There's nothing shocking.
I attempt to kick it down. No, I just attempt to open the door, and I guess judging by the direction of the other doors, it's probably pull inward.
Sure. Okay. You pull open the door, which it does open. Sorry, 1 second.
And I just step in this threshold as I would have with the other door.
Sure. As you open the door, you find sort of this, again, it's a dilapidated and destroyed, sort of disheveled room. But what you can see as you sort of peek through the entranceway is there's a row of benches, again, that have sort of been destroyed as such or displaced anyways, to which at the furthest most west point of the room there's like a small statue of the whole room has sort of a sense of worship about it.
Have you revealed it?
Yeah, you should be able to. I have revealed it. Can you not see it?
I can't see it. No. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is.
What is that thing on the left exactly?
You're
It's a
asking.
statue?
Yeah, I mean it's like a you can tell
Like a
this,
prayer room or something.
exactly. This whole
Okay.
room is like a sense of worship. I mean, there's some benches, and at the furthest most west point of the room, there's a small table with a statue upon it. You can tell it's some sort of worship. The exact details you're not entirely sure of such.
Well, can I roll to find out, like roll religion or something to find out what kind of deity it is?
Well, you could maybe walk closer to.
Yeah. So at this point, I walk in with the light source, and walk towards the doors on this end, and motion both Malik and Iron in, and point Malik at the statue, kind of shrug a little bit, but then immediately move my attention to the doorway, just being incredibly cautious of our surroundings. So I'm kind of moving towards, yeah, exactly. So do I see it? Can I actually see anything via line of sight through those doors? Do I know that zombie thing is on the other side, or what?
I'm gonna say at this point, like, debatably yes. I mean, you knew that he was there. You're gonna assume that he's still there.
Yeah,
So I can tell that
it's
I can tell that it's the courtyard through the doors. Maybe I can't see.
I mean, if you got 1 square north of where you were, then yes. Do you know what I mean? So yes. I mean, if you're like peeking out, you can still see that he's still standing there. He hasn't moved.
Okay.
Malik, as you get close to the statue, it's a stone statue. You're not sure what god it's from or what have you, but you do notice that the stone statue itself is wearing metal gauntlets. I mean, it's like the statue was crafted and then metal gauntlets were placed upon the statue, which is like, I mean, it's weird. I mean, you figure any decoration that the statue would have would be carved into the statue itself. But the statue is wearing metal gauntlets.
Torm's symbol, my deity, is a metal gauntlet, so I kind of examine it curiously.
Well, I mean, the statue is wearing metal gauntlets. I mean, I'm not sure what to tell you other than that. I mean, it does strike you as being significant. Aside from that, I'm not sure what to tell you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to have sort of rejoined the party up here, and I'm motioning to Malak and asking, "You're the priest. I don't know anything about this. Do you have any insight into what this is? Why it's wearing armor?"
Well, I guess that's a question for the DM.
But-
Would I know? Would I know what this god is?
Sorry, would you know what?
Would I know like what this statue represents? As a cleric.
Religion check it.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you do a religion check? Okay. Nothing about the statue strikes you as being overly. Nothing about this statue strikes you as being out of the ordinary. You're not entirely sure what god it represents. Yeah. Aside from that, I'm not sure what to say. It's a stone figure. The entire statue is made from stone, save from the fact that it's wearing iron gauntlets.
Okay. So, I think we're done here in this room. I think we should keep moving.
So before Malik starts walking away, I kind of walk up, and I'm this whole time, and I'm gonna roll an insight check on this, just to determine whether or not I actually have a good sense of where he is, from a comfort level perspective with what I'm doing. But I'm going to walk up to the statue and sort of just inspect the gauntlets a little more closely.
Okay, why don't you... I understand what you're doing here, but why don't you sort of, like, explain to me your goal? Like, what were you trying to do in the insight check?
So, well, with the insight check, with the way he was acting when we were first walking into this place, and the way he's been acting, or the way he responded when I was telling stories to wandering salesmen, I'm a little concerned about his
notice in the whole situation.
Well, I don't know if his ethics or his religion translates to all deities effectively. If he has some level of piety that would make him feel uncomfortable with what I'm doing. So I'm trying to gauge whether he's uncomfortable with what I'm doing.
I think you're pushing your character's knowledge versus your knowledge. But at this point, no, I'm not going to disagree with you.
No. So my question would be, let's go back.
Would I be offended if like you touched the statue or whatever?
No, absolutely not. This is stone statue. You failed your religion check. This is
and
stone statue.
We're in like a place with a giant undead zombie.
Exactly.
It's not my biggest concern.
Well, here's some questions then. Do I know he's a priest? Yes, right?
You know he's a religious figure or something.
Yeah. When I was bluffing and telling stories to these guys on the road, am I noticing his reaction or not? If not, then I don't care. If not, then I'm just going to go inspect the statue.
No, probably not at this point. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, in that case, I'm just going to.
It's a stone statue wearing some metal gauntlets.
Okay.
I mean, you can. What would your character do at this point? There's nothing that Malak has done that has really sort of like has questioned you at all. No. It's a stone statue wearing some metal gauntlets. Take it.
Well, so is it obvious? It's obvious to us that this is a place of worship, right? Though, right? Maybe.
Sure. No, absolutely.
Yeah,
sure. Common knowledge would base. There's pews. There's at the center focus of the room. There's a statue with some metal gauntlets on it. Maybe. Sure.
Okay.
It's a place.
Okay. All right. So I mean, I was basing that insight check on me noticing his reaction to me doing something a little gray. So, completely ignoring that, I'm not going to worry about the check then unless you tell me to.
No. I mean, you guys interact with each other, and if Malak seems something's inappropriate, he can say so. No, if there's some action you want to transpire, go ahead and do it.
Yeah. So I'm going to just walk up to the statue and just out of sheer curiosity about this statue. I'm hung up on your character, not on the statue.
Okay, you walk up to the statue. No, I didn't. To answer this question, no, I didn't. But okay, continue.
No, and I'm just gonna basically almost laugh and grab its hand and just shake the gauntlet and see whether this is bound to the statue or if it just more or less falls on the ground when I touch it.
It's metal gauntlets that are placed over this statue. I mean, you could remove them as easily as they were placed on there.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up, grab. Now, actually, how are its hands? Just up or down, or?
No, it's a statue. I mean, it's a statue of an armored figure, sort of raising.
He's holding his hands like jazz hands.
No, he's raising.
I'm gonna give him a high five.
Yeah, no, he's raising a mace in the air like he's saluting to something. Or, I mean, you could very easily reach for one hand or one gauntlet or what have you. I mean, you could easily slide off both gauntlets, or you could leave them as it is. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, well, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically grab one. I'm just checking to see if it's actually on the hand, and I'm gonna remove one gauntlet.
I mean, it's on the wrist. Sorry that I've displayed this on the hand, but they're on the wrists. Sorry, it's bracers. I have said gauntlets.
Oh.
It's bracers. I
bracers.
apologize. It's bracers for this whole experience. Bracers.
Okay.
Sorry.
That changes everything.
It changes everything. Well, then I leave the room completely.
I am afraid.
It's
I retract
Did
my
you
earlier
read my
statement.
backstory? I'm afraid of bracers.
It can be gauntlets. It can be bracers. I don't care. Whatever.
It's bracers.
Yeah.
Racers killed my family.
You're making this RP very hard, man.
Sorry. It's
Um,
bracers.
So I'm just going to. I'm just checking whether it's actually attached to the statue. I find it
you're
a strange
completely
situation.
Capable. You're completely
Yeah.
capable of sliding them
I-
off. If you
yeah.
choose to do so, go
From the
ahead.
doorway, like we need to make haste.
Right.
Okay,
Valid
so
point.
I literally unclip. I'm checking to see if it unclips. I unclip the bracer.
Sure. No. Yeah. Absolutely. You can slide them right off.
Yeah, I don't put it on. I put it in my pack
Okay.
and immediately look over at Iron as I as my hands reach up to the other hand and unclip the other one.
Sure. No, you're completely capable of detaching the two two bracers, and you do so. They slide right over the hands, and you're capable. I mean, you can pocket them if you wish, or pack them, or what have you.
Yeah, just pack them. I incredibly, I find it very strange that there are bracers on a statue, especially for no reason.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
pack them up, and then realizing that I have been talking about this statue and bracers for 10 minutes.
Probably more than
Let's just
that.
pretend that we just spent like
30 seconds. Yeah.
instead of-
No, I
sure.
know.
Okay.
So
So you go for it.
I kind of follow up behind Iron, tap him on the side of the shoulder,
So you're
and
ready to
shine the light into the hallway.
Okay.
Since I can
so
tell
it looks,
that
it
he's
looks like Iron's moving forward.